Hi kids, so this is another video on the practice question for the fundamental unit of life, and this is part 4, okay, of your chapter 5 of your science NCERT for the class 9 students, and it is presented by me, your teacher Pooja Verma. So let's get started. But before we begin, we need to follow certain rules. That is, you need to use a sheet of a paper and a pen to answer these questions, and if you have done the right answer, then award yourself +1, and if you have done it wrong or unattempt the question, then give yourself a 0. No negative marking, okay? And listen very carefully to the explanation which I am going to give you after end of the each questions. And students, the most important, don't forget to tell your marks in the comment section below along with your name. And one thing more, if you have any doubt, do ask in the comment section. I'm happy to reply you. Okay, so let's get started. First question for today is that turgidity of a cell is maintained by, and student, this question is appeared in the NTSC examination of the Rajasthan. So take this, these questions are very important, okay? That gives you an idea that what sort of question is asked in these sort of competitive examinations. Clear? So the option for this question is option A, vacuoles, B, lysosomes, C, plastids, D, Golgi apparatus. Take 5 to 6 seconds and mark the right answer. Okay, so I thought that you have marked the right answer. So correct answer for this question is option A, that is vacuole. Students, you know very well the function of vacuole, okay? And you also understand that what is lysosome, what is plastids, what is Golgi apparatus. You have very clear with all these aspects. And if you have not, then go and watch the previous chapter explanation video that is present on the playlist. Clear? So the turgidity of a cell is maintained by the vacuole. See, vacuole is the important plant organelle that is present, okay, very prominently in the plants and very rare and very small in size in the case of the animal cell. Fine? Okay. Lysosomes, you know very well, known as suicidal bags, have hydrolytic enzymes, okay? And then plastids, three types of plastids, you know very well, then Golgi apparatus. So moving forward to the next question. The second question for today is the common component of membrane of organelles. Keep in mind that here I am talking about the organelles. Okay, students. So cell organelle like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum and nucleus. And this question is appeared in the NTSC 2014 of the Bihar. Okay. And the options are A, glycolipid, B, glycoprotein, C, nucleoprotein and D, lipoprotein. I know students that options are very confusing, but if you are clear with the concepts, then you are very easy to go through it. The options are very tricky and it's like very confusing. But if you are clear with the concepts, that is what is glycolipid, glycoprotein, nucleoprotein, and lipoprotein, then this is very easy for you. So take your time, mark the right answer. Take your time, students. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option 4, that is lipoprotein. Students, you know very well that cell membrane is basically composed of two important components, that is lipids and protein, and together we call it as lipoproteinaceous or lipoprotein. Okay, and this model is basically, we are talking about the fluid mosaic model of cell membrane that is proposed by Singer and Nicholson. Okay, so moving forward, the third question for today is plant cell become turgid due to. In the first question, we saw that which organelle helps to plant to become turgid. Here we need to understand the phenomena that plant cell becomes turgid due to. And this question is appeared in the NTSC 2018-19 Uttarakhand. The options are A, plasmolysis, B, endosmosis, C, exosmosis, and D, electrolysis. Students, take your time. Okay, so I thought that you have marked the right answer. The correct answer for this question is option B, that is endosmosis. Now, what is endosmosis? Students, I have told you in my previous content videos that Endosmosis means what? Endo matlab means something coming inside. ठीक है, and osmosis is the movement of molecules across a semi-permeable membrane. So when a water molecule enters inside the cell, the condition of that particular cell is known as the turgid condition, and this is only being occurring by the process of endosmosis. Now students, many of you have a doubt that ma'am, what is plasmolysis? Why not plasmolysis is the right answer over here? So students, see, plasmolysis is a sort of the condition, okay, in which the cell shrinks while will place the cell in the hypertonic solution. Okay, and here we are talking about the turgid. Do not confuse with both the concepts, both are very different. So the turgidity is due to the incoming of the water molecules inside the cell, and the process is known as endosmosis. Plasmolysis is a state that is occurred through the exosmosis. जब cell का contents leaves the cell से बाहर जाता है, that is known as the exosmosis. Exo मतलब क्या? Outside. Osmosis means what? Movement. And that condition is known as plasmolysis. And you know very well that electrolysis is a chemical process, ठीक है, जो हम chemistry में पढ़ते हैं basically. Clear? Now fourth question. Which of the cell organelle does not possess double layered covering? This question has appeared in the NTAC 2015 and 16 Chandigarh. And the options are A. Chloroplast, B. Nucleus, C. Mitochondria, and D. Vacuole. Okay, student, take your time. Mark the right answer. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option D, that is vacuole. So vacuole is a cell organelle that do not possess double layer covering. Okay, after this question is next question. Nucleosome present in the eukaryotic cell in the part of, and this question appeared in the NTAC 2015-16 Bihar. The options are A. Part of the nucleus, B. Part of the nucleolus, C. Part of the chromosomes, and D. Part of ribosomes. Students, this question is very important and very tricky. Okay, that nucleosome present in the eukaryotic cell in the part of, in which part of the cell? Nucleosome. Take your time, students. Mark the right answer. Okay, so I thought that you have marked the right answer. So the correct answer for question number 5 is option C, that is part of chromosome. Students, keep that in mind, that nucleolus. Now the question arises, ma'am, why not in the part of nucleus or in the part of nucleolus? See students, chromosomes, nucleosome, right? Nucleosome is the condensed structure of the DNA along with the histone protein. Okay, and this condensed structure further condenses to form the chromosome. So that is the reason nucleosome present in the chromosome, and chromosome is present obviously inside the nucleus. So here we are targeting the very specific option. So for this question, option C, that is part of chromosome, is the right answer. Part of ribosomes, you know very well, the ribosome is not at all related with the nucleosome. Okay, so this is a very important question. Keep that in your mind. Next question is, the cell organelle storing substances like starch, oil, and protein is, and this question appeared in the NTAC 2014-15 Rajasthan. Your options are A. Vacuole, B. Lysosome, C. Plastids, and D. Golgi body. Students, take your time. Mark the right answer. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option C, that is plastids. Students, you know very well that plastids is a component that is present exclusively in the plant cell, and that helps in the storage of the food materials. Apart from that, you have studied three basic types of plastid, that is leucoplast, chloroplast, and chromoplast, in which leucoplast is the colorless one, Chloroplast is the green colored, that's because of the presence of chlorophyll pigment, and chromoplast is the colored plastids. So plastids here, option C is the right answer. Moving further, question 7, that is selective permeability means. Selective permeability means, and this question appeared in the NTSA 2016-17 Telangana. Your options are A, it allow entry of certain substance only. B, it allows exist of certain substance only. C, it allows passage of all solutes and the solvents. And the D, it allows entry and exist of certain substances and prevent remaining substances. Students, you here options are again very confusing, but if you are clear with your concepts, that is very easy for you. Selective permeability, this concept we have studied in while we are discussing the process of osmosis. Okay, so on that basis, mark the right answer. Take your time, mark the right answer. Okay, students. So I wish that you have marked the right answer. The correct answer for this question is option D. Option D is that it allows entry and exit of certain substances and prevent the unwanted one, the remaining substances. So this is the process that is occurring, that we popularly known as osmosis. Okay, and semi-permeable membrane is being required in the process of osmosis, and semi-permeable membrane also termed as selectively permeable membrane, that allows the entry and exit of the certain specific molecules. Okay, moving further, next question is which is not correct. Keep in mind that which is not correct. And this question appeared in the NTSC examination. Your options are A, embryology by Aristotle. B, paleontology by Leonardo da Vinci. C, taxonomy by Carolus Linnaeus. And D, cytology by Robert Brown. Students, I know that here you have no idea regarding embryology, that we haven't discussed. No idea about paleontology and taxonomy. We have only discussed chapter number cell, but if you have if you use your common sense, that this question is very easy. You should here adopt the elimination method. Okay, let's take an example that I do not have any idea about paleontology and taxonomy, but the question is that which one is not correct, and you know very well. Okay, but by the way, just take your time, mark the right answer, then I'll discuss. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option D, that is Robert Brown. So students, understand very clearly that here the question is that which one is not correct. And you know very well that Robert Brown is the person who discovered nucleus, and cytology, cyto means what? Cell. Okay, and logos means what? To discover, to study about. Cytology is a branch that exclusively deals with the study of the cell and its components. And you know very well that Robert Hooke in the year 1665 was the first person who uses his primitive microscope and observed the small compartment like structure that he named cell in the dead thin slice cork, okay, of the plant. So that is the reason cytology, the father of cytology, is the Robert Hooke, neither the Robert Brown. So students, if you do not know the correct answer for certain questions, you simply need to adapt the elimination method, in which you first need to exclude the unnecessary option that you have very sure that this option will not be the right answer. Clear? Moving further, option number question 9, that is the subunit of ribosome in the cell of nephron of mouse, and this question appeared in the NTAC 2017 Haryana. Students, here do not get confused that here I'm asking the subunit of ribosomes in the cell of nephron of mouse. Nephron of mouse. Okay. Your options are A, 50S and 30S. B, 40S and 23S. C, 70S and 16S. And D, 60S and 40S. So I know that most of you get confused that ma'am has asked that nephron of mouse, and we haven't studied the nephron of mouse. Clear? But use your common sense over here. Take your time, mark the right answer, then I'll explain you. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option D, that is 60s and 40s. Now, student, you need to understand that you have no idea about the nephron or about the mouse. We didn't I did not explain you anything, or we have no discussion on that. But what you need to understand over here is that mouse, okay, mouse came in the category of mammalia, and that is a eukaryotic type of organism. And in the chapter cells we have studied the sort of the ribosomes that is found in the prokaryotic as well as in the eukaryotic. So what here you need to understand that mouse is also a member of the eukaryotic organism, and eukaryotic organism having 80s type of ribosomes that is composed of the two subunits, that is 60s and 40s. Now certain most of the students may have a confusion that ma'am 60 and 40 makes 100, why 80? So here we are not going to follow the mathematical rule. Okay, the 60s and 40s are the two subunits of the ribosomes that arrange in such a way that together these two subunits constitute the 80s. Certain sections of overlapping is there, so do not go in detail for now. Just understand that 60-40 makes 80s ribosomes, and 50 and 70 makes 50 and 30 makes the 70s, not the 80s. So here you do not need to follow the mathematical rule. Clear? So the type of ribosome that is found in the nephron of the mouse is the 80s, and option is D. So students, if you're clear with your concepts, right, so you are able to solve the question that you haven't studied. You haven't studied about the nephron of mouse, and you do not even need to study. Use your common sense and mark the right answer. So moving further, for the last question for today is that various colors of flowers and fruits in plants are due to the presence of. This question appeared in the NTAC 2015 Bihar examination. The options are A. Chromoplast, B. Leucoplast, C. Colored pigment in the cytoplasm, and D. That is protoplast. So take your time, mark the right answer over here. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option A, that is chromoplast. This question is very simple, and you know very well that plastid is of three types: leuco, chromo, and chloro. And leucoplast is the colorless one. Chloroplast is a green color that helps in the photosynthesis process due to the presence of chlorophyll pigment. And chromoplast is a colored plastid that basically constitute the various colors of the flowers, fruits, and so on. So students, these are the 10 important MCQs of the various competitive examination, which I feel that is important for you. Okay. So at last, don't forget to mention your score along with your name in the comment section below. And guys, if you have any doubt, you can ask on the comment section. I'm really happy to answer you. Okay. So thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Have an awesome day. Thank you.